catches this year. Give you some idea.
Gibbs up the middle to the end zone. Another Detroit touchdown. It's 3rd down and 7. Mayfield wide open. There's Moore again. His second catch. Still working through this secondary. And a touchdown, Tampa Bay. No flags. Josh steps up. He's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he goes.
This is my browser, dog, because I can't see you. I mean, I can see you, but I can't see you.
Breaks it for the touchdown. 52 yards.
Nah, I can't hear you. Hold on.
The 11, Mahomes. Running across. Rice brings it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. What an opening drive.
I can't hear you.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I can hear you good now. It was because the video was
I'm like, what is going on, bro? I can't do this, dog. Like, it's aggravating me.
Yes, sir. Nah, that shows up for all of y'all that's tuned in, man. That's gonna tune in. That's something that happens with StreamYard. Like, if you have a video up or a 30-second countdown, you won't hear the other person until the clip is over. But welcome into the NFC's Divisional Playoff Sunday Edition show. It's Nate again, and I got my boy AJ on here with us, man. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up, bro? How you been, bro?
Man, living life, man. I've been pretty good. How about yourself?
Just taking it one day at a time, bro. I'm blessed, though, man. Ain't got no complaints, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, for y'all tuned in, man, me and AJ been thinking about doing this for a while. It just haven't worked out scheduling. You know, y'all know how it is as adults. Life is life, and so we finally got a chance to do this, man. I'm excited about it. But before we get into today's game, what was your thoughts on yesterday's games?
Honest, truthfully, bro, I was proud. Like, I ain't gonna lie, though. Like I said yesterday, bro, I was happy to see, like, 2 black quarterbacks and a black head coach in the game. So that was one thing that I was just real positive about. But, man, I think Baltimore going to go all the way. I do now, unfortunately, but it wasn't like that. I think Baltimore had a good game yesterday. I think at first, though, man, I didn't know which way it was going to go because Lamar looked like he wasn't really comfortable. If you just know in that's the first half, he didn't look like he was getting sacked. He really wasn't throwing the ball the way like he was supposed to. I was just like, I ain't really want to see I ain't want to see them lose like that. Not like that.
Nah, I agree 100%. I agree with you on the Baltimore game too. Baltimore's been to me the dark horse of the league, even though they had the number 1 seed. It was one of them teams where they were winning, and then you just like, oh man, look, the Ravens is such and such. They 10-2, they 10-3, or whatever. So, like AJ said, it was a great thing to see. First of all, shout out to the Texans, man. That was a great ride for them to go from the number 1 pick in the draft to on the doorsteps of the AFC Championship game in one season. It shows you that coaching matters. Shout out to DeMeco Ryans. He was the D coordinator for the Niners last year. He was a former Texan. He got a chance to take his squad to a divisional playoff game in his first year. That's impressive. He better be coach of the year too, by the way. If
anybody else, of the year and I think CJ Stroud he offensive MVP, took it from BJ. Like, could have been BJ too if we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, but you right though. You right about that though. But like AJ said yesterday, if you watched that first half, I was a little nervous for the Ravens because they came out like previous playoff losses for the Ravens. They were shaky. They let teams hang around. They couldn't get that thing going. But it looks like they came out at halftime like, we are not losing another playoff game like this, especially the way this season's going. Lamar ended up finishing with a great day at the office. It ended up turning into a blowout. And it's crazy because it was a tie game. It was tied at the half, I think. Yeah, it was tied at the half at 10.
Yeah, it was 10-10.
So to go from 10-10 to 34-10 final score just shows that they were determined not to lose yesterday's game. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I fell asleep on the San Francisco game. I was tired, but I did get a chance to watch a lot.
I did too.
I did get a chance to watch a lot of the highlights this morning, but let's also got to shout out Green Bay. Green Bay took with Jordan Love. This man Jordan Love came out of nowhere. He sat on the bench for 3 years behind A-Rod. He came within
I didn't expect that though. I really didn't expect that.
Me either. I thought that they could give him a game because of the matchup, but I didn't think because of course, Matt LaFleur, who was their head coach, and Kyle Shanahan, they were both on the same staff together with the Falcons back that year that we went to the Super Bowl. So they know each other very well. So I knew it was going to be a game, but I didn't expect him to play that well. Not that soon out the gate on the road in the playoffs. I mean, Dallas.
They might have had a chance to. I thought they were going to win for a minute when I seen the score.
Yeah, it did.
I thought it was going to win. I was like, damn, bro, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to see them no Super Bowl, bro.
Right, like they were gonna win, but San Francisco found a way and they got into the NFC Championship game. I don't know. I don't want to discredit the Lions or the Bucks. Nobody ready to talk about them, but I just don't know who's gonna go give them 4 quarters in San Francisco. It's gonna be a tough one to do. What you thinking?
Man, I think the Lions is a tough matchup, bro. I ain't gonna get on no I ain't gonna do them like that. They good, I think they'll show up. I think they'll give them a tough show. I ain't expect Green Bay to do it. I mean, so the game I want to see though is for real is Baltimore versus Bills, bro.
That's what I'm hoping we get.
That's nasty, bro.
We definitely hoping that we get that one. All right, y'all. We hit the yesterday's game, so we're gonna start talking about the number 4 seed Bucks and the number 3 seed Lions. They play at 3 today on NBC. Tampa took the defending NFC champions out. They handed it to Philadelphia. Actually, Philadelphia looked awful on the road at Tampa Bay.
Eagles drafted all them Georgia Bulldogs. All them Georgia Bulldogs, bro. What happened? That's what I meant to, talk about. But
hey, we can't. That Eagle team just did not show up. They had been shaky for weeks. Of course, you watch football like me. So if you had been watching the Eagles leading into the playoffs, you've seen it. You've seen it coming a mile away.
They lost 5 out of 6 games, right?
Yeah, they was fought after that. San Francisco lost at home against them that first week of December. They were never the same team, and then it's hard, and that's why for a person that watched the game like we do, it's hard. You cannot turn it on to turn it off. It's not easy to do that, especially when you been slumping, and then the next week you in the playoffs. That's a hard pill to swallow. And then they didn't have AJ Brown, but even without him, they look pitiful without him. With him, honestly,
some look like they just went hard. Their chemistry was just not there this year. You never know what personally was going on in the locker room either, because I don't really look at what goes on TV. I always know that it's always behind closed doors that would really be going on, because you never know what be going on in the locker room.
You right about that.
And they might not be, they might not be vibing with the coach.
I agree with that too, because they did lose both coordinators. Both coordinators became head coaches this offseason. One with Arizona. I forgot where the other one went. I think he went to the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. So they did lose both of their coordinators.
Oh, so I'm gonna give a shout out too while I'm on. I know we're gonna talk about this later, but I know I'm gonna forget Baltimore before we get off Baltimore. Then they get y'all offensive coordinator for Georgia.
Yeah, Todd Monken. Yeah, he came from UGA.
I think that was a good thing, bro. So I give y'all that. That was a good thing for Baltimore. That's a good look. So, you know what I mean? So I kept forgetting about that, but yeah.
Oh no, you good. That's definitely that's another reason I kind of want to see the Ravens win it all, because that coordinator played a big part of why we won those national championships. I would not take that from him. And then to see him go and click with Lamar out the gate, it's an impressive thing to see going on in Baltimore for sure. Definitely impressive.
And they got Lamar some weapons, bro. Tell me who you can't really tell me who you remember. Even when they picked up Dez Bryant, last year, bro, it wasn't like Lamar had somebody that he got now, bro. Even the rookie he got balling, you know what I mean? Odell doing him. You feel me? So, and then I think they just picked up Dalvin Cook, if I ain't mistaken, the running back.
He got a couple carries yesterday too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and they defense nasty, bro.
Yes, I loved it. They got one of the best defensive units, maybe the best defensive unit in football. So
Yeah, bro, that safety Kyle, bro. I gotta give Kyle his respect. He don't play light skin.
Hey man, you right though, because I actually was not against us taking Kyle Hamilton in the draft the year before because I knew he was gonna ball. But when Baltimore picked that man at 14, I'm like, man, how do you get that lucky? How do you have him fall in your hands at 14? And he's the prototypical
bro,
Raven safety.
I feel like that's like you gotta go to the right situations too. I mean, look, like we got good, like not to get all talk, but I mean the Falcons got great. Like they didn't pick some good draft picks, but ain't got nobody to execute. The quarterback ain't executing, so it's like it looked like a waste, really. You know what I mean? Like
That's true.
it looked like a waste of picks. But if you put a quarterback behind there and let the weapons do what they do, get them the ball, I mean they can't throw to themselves.
You're right about that. You definitely right about that. Yeah, but yeah, Tampa ended up holding on to the division. Tampa fell into the division title. I'm gonna be honest about that thing. I'm not gonna knock.
Not to interrupt you, bro. I don't rock with Florida right now, so I'm definitely going with the Lions, dog. I don't rock with Florida, dog. Like I don't care what nobody say. I don't like it because half of them are already up here in Atlanta, so I don't like them right now. Like,
hey, I understand, bro. But yeah, man, like, the Buccaneers. I got to give it to Baker. He might get a new contract in Tampa. Tampa may end up paying this.
You think so?
I think he possibly can get a contract. He had a statistically had a good year. And then the Bucs sell him to the postseason.
What are we comparing it to? Because everybody was surviving in the NFC South. So it's like, what? I mean, he is doing his thing in the playoffs. So I'm not going to give him like no slack. He's doing his thing in the playoffs. So I give him that. But
that is
you
true.
got a ball in Mike Evans. Mike Evans is cold, bro. Like,
yes, sir. I agree with that 100%. But yeah, they got a chance to go on the road and possibly upset the number 3 seed Lions. By the way, I'm so happy for that fan base. They got a playoff win last week against Matthew Stafford and company. They had it was a close game. They really, I'm not gonna lie, the officiating kind of blessed them at the end of that game. But I mean, it is what it is. They won. They got an opportunity to make their first.
I like Detroit, bro. I like Detroit, man.
Yeah, I definitely love the situation they got going on right now because I know a lot of folks 3 years ago was tripping about the Stafford and Jared Goff trade, but I mean it kind of worked itself out for both of them. Stafford won a Super Bowl with the Rams, and the Jared Goff has been pretty good for the Lions, and they're on the verge of going to an NFC Championship game if they can win this game at Detroit, but at home in Detroit, but So before we get into the matchup, what do you think Tampa got to do to find a way to upset the Lions?
Pray.
You said they got to break.
Nah, man. I'm gonna be so honest with you, bro. I ain't really watched too much of Tampa this year, bro. So to be like, I was shocked that they won last week. Well, not even really shocked, but I was surprised. I guess that's kind of the same thing, whatever. But I don't know, man. I think Baker can't turn the ball over. He gotta be consistent. Feel me? You gotta get the ball to your playmaker. Get the ball to Mike Evans. And how is their defense, bro? Like I forgot. Like I don't really know too much about their defense.
Their defense it's decent. It's not your normal Buccaneer defense, but they've been pretty good this year.
Yeah, I mean, I know Winfield's cold, and I don't know who Davis is. Who was their linebacker that they had?
You talking about Levante David and Devin White?
Yeah, no, they still there.
Yeah, they still there.
Yeah, they got a pretty solid. Yeah, they got a pretty like they defense pretty straight with them, but I don't know, man. What you think? Like I said, I ain't really watched Tampa. I ain't rocking with Tampa. I ain't rocking with none.
You good, brother?
Right now. Miami lost, so you know I ain't.
You good, brother, man. So for me, Tampa, like I said, I wasn't surprised they won last week because their offense is pretty good, and because of the Eagles' strolls up and down, I was not surprised. But for me, I throwed a couple keys down. For one, Number one, the Buccaneers gotta get pressure on Jared Goff. Jared Goff was the second best quarterback, had the second best QB rating in the league this year. And that Lions offense is red hot. You better put pressure on him like you did on Jalen Hurts last week if you plan on winning at Detroit. Because if you let that man sit in the pocket all day, it's going to be a long day at the office for the Buccaneer defense. The Bucs actually were one of the worst passing defenses in the league. So they better get at the
let me ask you something. So you asked me what you think I think that it's going to come down to or how the Buccaneers could win. Let me ask you something. Who you think will have a better game plan? Which coach is going to set their team up to win?
That's a good question. That is actually a good question. I know Dan Campbell the Lions coach gonna have that team fired up, but with Todd Bowles having the experience of going deep in the playoffs, having a deep playoff run, I think they're gonna be well prepared. I do think they're gonna be more prepared than a lot of people give them credit for. But it's really gonna come down to, can they pressure Jared Goff? Because if not, that Lion offense will have a field day. That team been hot all season, so they're gonna have to get after the quarterback, and he's gonna have to blitz like he's never blitzed before. The other thing,
and can you think that Lion fan base right now own one? Feel me? Like they own one.
That crowd gonna be rocking.
They
That's
need
another
to
thing.
about, you feel me? Like they ain't been to have they ever been to a conference championship?
It was 91. They went in 1991. So this is their first. This is their second playoff home game since 93.
Or did they get one? They got, how far did they get with Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson? They ain't really get that far.
They didn't. They got to the wild card. They never could get out the wild card round with them. So this is the closest that they've been.
So they first time making it to the NFC Championship, bro. Like, and how the San Francisco played last night, they might got a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. So they looking pretty good. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing against Tampa, but.
Yeah, I understand that. The other thing I'm gonna mention that the Bucs gotta do to find a way to win. As great as Mike Evans is, Mike Evans have had a couple of key drops the last couple of weeks. That got to be cleaned up. You can't, if that ball get open to Mike Evans, he better bring it in. Don't blow an opportunity. Like last week, it didn't hurt him so bad because the other receiver stepped up, but he dropped like 2 wide open touchdowns last week. He cannot drop those plays on the road at Detroit because you got to take that crowd out.
I think he'll come back focused. I think so. I think I feel like what's bro's name from Florida, number 20. I think number 23 gonna say something on the Lions, gonna say something. Johnson gonna say something to piss him off anyway, and then he gonna end up turning light skin, and he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think he should be fine today as well. The other key for me is gonna be, I hate to say this because it's the playoffs and you got to do what you got to do to win, but let the pass set up the run. The Lions can stop the run. Do not go into this game depending on running the football to beat the Lions. The Lions do not give up a lot of rushing yards. If you going in there thinking, all right, we're going to run for 100 yards and then we can throw credit. No. You better let your passing attack.
Yeah, they linebackers cold. Number 34. I forget his name. It's crazy. I forget all these Florida players' names. That's how bad they've been these last few years, bro. Like, it's just disappointing. Even.
I understand. But
talk about anything in Florida right about now. Like, anything in Florida right now, I hate. So
I understand. But yeah, is it?
Nah, you good, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. But the Bucs gonna have to throw that ball and take that pass rush away from Detroit because Aiden Hutchinson gonna get after them. Alan McNeil been stepping up for the Lions the last couple of weeks, so you cannot let that. You let that Lions home crowd and that pass rush get to going. It's gonna be a long day.
What I'm saying. You got Hutchinson, and then you got that number 34, the linebacker, and they secondary pretty straight too, man. Like I said, and they got a coach, bro, that's going like he a leader of man. Like I respect Dan Campbell. Like, feel me? Like a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't coach, as you can see from the Falcons.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. Yep. But as far as the Lions, what is there to say about this? See, this team is a juggernaut. That offense is great. I love how balanced. They were great last year. They just didn't make the playoffs. This year, they addressed a couple of things. They made the postseason. They're gonna be a tough out even if they get past, even if they was not, I think they're gonna win. Me personally, I got them beating the Buccaneers. I think you probably do too. But
Oh no,
I don't know. You do. You definitely do.
No, I definitely do.
I just
Definitely.
don't know. As far as the Lions, it's just a couple of things for me. Number one, don't get away from what you do best. You continue to be that high power offense you've been all season long. Don't try to. For one, they got to make sure they protect Jared Goff. Like I said, if the Buccaneers cannot get at the Jared Goff is going to cook this secondary.
They offensive line more of a like a run best, like they better like a top run offense.
Yeah,
like blocking then rather than pass blocking, right? Or they good
actually,
at both.
They're good at actually been pretty good at both this year. They were fifth in they've given up the few sacks in the league, which is very impressive. But like you said, they are even better as a run blocking offense. So
yeah, they got a good running back on Gibbs and on the other one they got too.
David Montgomery. Yeah. And see, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't want them to get David Montgomery because I thought he was gonna be shaky. Huh?
Why not?
I wasn't a fan of him in Chicago. I thought I'm like, why are they going to get him? But then the way that he fit, like you said, goes back to the scheme and everything. He fit that team so well. So that rushing attack is absolutely solid. So for the Lions, I think the Lions, all you got to do is really, like I said, number one thing is protect Jared Goff because Todd Bowles is going to blitz his butt off all night long. You might as well get ready for it. But the other thing for me, get that passing attack going. As I mentioned a few seconds ago, the Buccaneers pass defense is one of the worst in the league. You better get after them. Go ahead and cut up and down the field. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got Sam Laporta. Yeah, those running backs can catch the ball. You got to get this team.
What's his name? I think Winston. Not Winston. Damn.
Oh, you're talking about Williams, James Williams
versus Winfield. That's gonna be cold.
Oh yeah, they got so many. Yeah, they got so many weapons. I don't know. I don't see how the Buccaneers defense gonna slow that down, and they have to just as long as they can protect Jared Goff, he should have a field day. I think that this should be.
I think them being at home is an in factor too. Like them being at home with that crowd, bro. That crowd ain't, you feel me, ain't had nothing to really root for like that. Because Detroit, the Pistons is like gone.
You're definitely right about that. But I will say this: the one thing that scares me for the Lions this game, they got to get after Baker Mayfield because that secondary has been bad the last 3 or 4 weeks. They won last week against the Rams. Yeah, they've been pretty. They towards the end of the season, they were giving up like 300 yards a game. So you can't be giving up that type of yardage a game and expect to win a ball game. You don't want to put your team in a shootout, even though the Lions can score. But if they can get after Baker Mayfield, they should be fine. I think they're going to be fine overall. But you cannot you gotta get that secondary right because
and Baker you can't turn nobody to back. I'm telling you, Baker, they gotta keep the turnovers.
Yeah,
turnovers, bro. Like keep the penalties down, like all that, bro. They gotta do all that. But I don't know. I don't think Baker Mayfield is gonna do it. I don't think so either.
I think the Lions gonna have a pretty good day at the office. So I'm not really concerned about that, but their secondary just got to make sure that they be ready to play. Rashad White has been better over the last few weeks. They running back for Tampa. Don't let that man get going. I think the Lions are going to be fine though because they've been doing a much better job defending the run. So I don't think he's going to really get going. I think it's going to really come down to force them in the third. The Buccaneers don't need to have no 2nd and 2s or 3rd and 1. Make them boys be on 3rd and 10 where you can fire off on Baker Mayfield, like you just said. Baker gonna give you a pick. He may give you a fumble. He gonna give you about. I'm gonna go ahead and say, and I'm sure you may agree with this, brother. Baker gonna give you 2 turnovers.
He'll give you at least 2. Give you, but hand it right to you.
Yeah, he'll give it right to you. So you got to make sure you take advantage of that. But I'm gonna let my boy AJ give his prediction too. But if you ask me my prediction for this game, I have the Lions winning 31-14. I think it's going to be one of those type of days for the Lions. I think they're going to have their way against the Buccaneers today. I think the Bucs.
I got the Lions 28-17.
I can see that too. I can see that too.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't see that. I don't see them slowing down Detroit's offense. I just don't see it. It is nothing against the Lions. I mean, the Buccaneers, great season that they've had to get to this point, anyways. Especially in our division. So I just think it's too much for
season,
them.
But look, I almost cussed. I don't even know we can Great season.
Hey, no, honestly,
it
isn't.
NFC South. You was in the NFC South, bro.
To be real with you, the reason I said it was a good season is because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think the Bucs were gonna even be in second place in this division. I thought they were gonna be the last place team in the division after losing Tom Brady, but they still had enough to even
over Carolina. Over Carolina.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think they were gonna be that bad.
Who can you name other than Bryce Young on there, bro?
That's true. I thought that they've had a bad offseason. They didn't really get Bryce Young no weapons. They don't have a first round pick this year either. So they might be the worst team in the league again next year at this rate.
But they looking like a spinoff of Chicago.
Yeah. But see, the sad part about it, Chicago actually have the draft picks to make their team better, but this group don't have anything going. But
they need to go ahead and send me my quarterback. That's what they.
Yeah, that's gonna be one
they do. They need to go ahead and send me my quarterback, bro.
That's gonna be one to pay attention to for sure this offseason. But moving on to the second game, man, this is the one right here. I don't know, Chiefs and Bills. We got the defending Super Bowl champs, and this is crazy for everybody that's tuned in. This is Patrick Mahomes.
You should have had what's that girl name? Damn, what's her name? What's Travis?
Oh, Travis.
Huh?
You talking about
what's Travis? Kelsey.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
He should have had Taylor Swift at the Bills. That's
you
exactly
what
it's about to be.
You know what's so funny?
If he at the game, bro, you know they gonna. Bruh, I ain't never seen no marketing like this in my life.
Me either. I called them in one of my group chats last night, the Kansas City Swifts. So I know what you mean.
Exactly what they is, bro. That's exactly what they is, bro.
They're gonna show her at least 10 times today. I'm already prepared for
10. Just 10? That's minimum. That's minimum.
You right though. You right about that. But so I hope that Chiefs.
I hope that pissed Josh Allen off too.
I do too. I hope. To me, this is their best opportunity to beat the Chiefs because although the Chiefs had a great day last week against the Dolphins, I don't trust the Chiefs' offense. That receiving core is awful. Travis Kelce ain't been good this season, and this is probably his worst season he's had in the NFL. And it's crazy he had almost 1,000 yards receiving, but I don't feel like the Chiefs.
I mean, look, never mind. I don't want to get canceled. Go ahead.
Hey, I feel you. I know where you go there. Hey, I'm with you on that. Ain't nobody trying to get canceled. But I definitely.
Nah, bro, go ahead. You know, I'm just on.
But I'm gonna be intrigued to see. This is the thing. This is the weird thing. The Chiefs kind of in that early stage Patriots look. They're not the Patriots yet. They ain't won as many rings as that New England team.
You talking about as far as like getting championships?
Yeah, they're not. They have that championship pedigree, so you just can never count.
I don't know. They might not. I don't know, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know. Only reason I'm saying I don't know because you have so many real elite quarterbacks on that side in the AFC. Now, if the Chiefs was in the NFC, it'd be in the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, I agree. The AFC is really stacked. So, to me, I feel that the Bills are the better team right now. But, I mean, again, this is the Chiefs there. They've been in this space before. I don't know. I'm going to be intrigued to see how they handle a road game. They've never had a road playoff game under Pat Mahomes. So, that's going to be something to watch for today, how they deal with being on the road in the playoffs. But that Chiefs, as crazy as it sounds, as bad as their offense have been on and off all season, their defense has been the best in the league. A lot of folks do not know that defense has been top 3 all season long, but it hasn't really shown much.
Or the Bills?
Yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs' defense has been. Yeah, they were the second best pass defense in the league. They were around the top 10.
I mean, they do got a top defensive end. I forgot his name though.
Yeah, I mean Chris Jones missed a couple of weeks. He went out there and put 10 sacks up. That secondary is good. Really, it comes down to that other side of the ball. I don't know who's going to step up at receiver for the Chiefs. I know they got Rasheed Rice, but I mean, this is a playoff game. This is not
Kadarius Toney disappoints me to even know that he went to Florida, and you disappointed me, bro. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I know it's cold in Kansas City. I wouldn't want to be there either. But after what you did last year in the Super Bowl, bro, and the comeback, and just drop everything that. I mean, he looked like. What's that? Remember Little Giants, and the little black boy couldn't catch at all, bro. Like that. That's what he reminds me of, and it's so disappointing, bro. Like I don't.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you mean.
Because
I'm like you.
Bro, like,
yeah, I'm like you. I thought he was gonna go crazy this year. He had a year of experience with Patrick Mahomes, and then this year he just
got his Super Bowl and start acting real.
Yeah,
you're
right. Yeah, but
dropping
balls. Right though. You're right. Being offside. The last Chiefs-Bills game, they cost one of the best plays we've ever seen from counting because he was offsides. So, he's not playing today. But again, I don't know.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he be doing. He be doing his own thing, and I don't know.
Right. And that's not going to work. That's not going to work in Kansas. You are in a championship type ball club that's expecting you to win, make plays, and go deep in the postseason. That's not going to work long term. So I agree with you 100%. And so I'm going to ask you
before you go any further, bro. I need to know who is Stephon Diggs' stylist, because they need to fix this immediately. Cause I'm like, bro, every time I see him now, bro, I'm like, what do he got going on? And like what type of malls he shopping at in Buffalo? Somebody need to let me know. Cause bro, that ain't the move, bro. Like, did you see the last one? Like,
I definitely did,
bro. Like that. If that's no,
I definitely did. So for the Chiefs, if they're gonna win this game, Mahomes gotta be Mahomes. Mahomes got to come with it. You gotta be playoff Mahomes. I know you got a couple of. You don't have Kadarius Toney. You got to really get the clicking. You got to show why you have 2 Super Bowl rings. That's one of my keys for the Chiefs today. Another thing, they got to put a spy on Josh Allen. You cannot let Josh Allen go crazy like he did on Pittsburgh. Nick Bolton, Willie Gay, Drew Tranquill, all them boys got to be on it. Who would you
put as the spy on Kansas City on Josh Allen?
I would put Nick Bolton. I will operate between Nick Bolton and Willie Gay, because to me, either or if they're your faster, they're going to be able to keep up with them a little bit better than Tranquill. To me, Tranquill more of a coverage guy. You got to keep this guy straight in that pocket. And I'm not going to lie, I'm probably seeing 5 at him most of the game. Because that's another quarterback, as great as Josh Allen is, he will turn that ball over to you too. I'm trying to have pressure on him all night. So, yeah, for me, that would be my spot. Willie Gay would be my spot if I'm the Chiefs. Another thing that got to also be prepared of today, you have got to contain Dalton Kincaid. I know a lot of folks are like, why they go draft a tight end in the first round? Kincaid was the best tight end in the country last year. And him and Samuel Porter were both tight end 1, tight end 2, and it's shown. They were worth the first round pick.
Those boys, tight end gonna be the key factor in the game.
He could make a lot of plays for them because they don't have Gabe Davis. The Bills are gonna be without Gabe Davis, so he might end up.
He out for real? He out?
Yeah, he's out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're gonna have to He's gonna have to really get some safe plays. He's gonna have to get some 5-10 yard plays here and there. You cannot just keep feeding Stephon Diggs the whole game because the Chiefs are gonna come in with the mindset of we're gonna take away
Who the back or
Stephon
running
Diggs.
back is? Who's the back?
Buffalo, James Cook. James Cook, he's actually been having a pretty good year. So
I like Cook. That's who I thought they was out. I like Cook though, bro. I think Cook will cook because Cook in the last game I think was getting more carries anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he's been coming on for him. He's been coming on for him as of late. So James Cook gonna have to get involved.
That's why I'm saying they was already using James Cook more anyway. So
I agree with that. And the number one thing that me and bro just talked about this just a second ago. We get it. We know that now this is gonna cause Taylor Swift to be on TV 70 times a day. But the Chiefs gotta get Travis Kelce unlocked and locked back in for the playoffs. You are not winning this ball game if Travis Kelce can't get going. He got to get going. They got to get him going. He has not been going. He's not been Travis Kelce all season.
Too busy swagging and surfing.
That's true. He got to get going. Isaiah Pacheco got to get
swag
going.
And surf song. Eating it. What?
Yeah, he got to get going today for sure. He got to get going if the Chiefs gonna have a chance.
Yeah, I mean the key thing though, like with I say like with this though, it's like it won't be affected by none of the teams are gonna be really affected by the weather because they're used to playing in it. Feel me? So that's a key thing too. So it's like, and then like I said in the last I forgot which game we was. I think the last game I was just saying it's gonna come down to coaching. Who's gonna have a better game plan? You feel me? Like who gonna execute? Who gonna stay disciplined? You really gotta stay disciplined in these type of games because everybody's gonna be ready. Everybody's gonna be locked in. You feel me? So you can't underestimate the next man. Everybody gotta play their part.
That is so true. And if I'm the Bills, I gotta find a way to win this. You don't get too many you don't get a chance to get a crack at the Chiefs as many times they've had and not win. You gotta
keep them together.
You said if they lose,
if the Bills lose, do you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, do you keep
if they lose? To be honest with you, because the Bills are going to start hitting, and that's going to be something we definitely touch on in the offseason too. The Bills are going to start running into all these contracts going to start catching up to them. You're not going to keep being able to pay a lot of these young guys what they're getting paid right now and put a squad together to go, keep up with your Kansas Cities and your Baltimore's and the AFC and stuff like that. Is
Von Miller back? Von Miller back? Is Von Miller playing?
I think he's back, but he's getting paid $20 million next year. Stephon Diggs' contract is going to be big next year. Josh Allen going to be paid big next year. So you got to start looking at the rest of the roster.
I thought they did something with Josh already. I thought they extended him or something.
Yeah, they've already been paid, but them contracts it's going to start hitting the salary cap now. So you're going to start making a solid roster.
Let me ask you something. Who are you sending off then? Diggs or Josh Allen?
I'm keeping them together. If anything, I will try to move on from like a Von Miller or somebody, one of those high paid guys, one of those safeties.
You'll break up the defense?
Possibly. You got to go younger. You got to rebuild. You got to revamp that team through the draft and find a way you got to keep your core guys together and revamp through the draft. That's the one thing that, although it didn't work for them this year, Philadelphia, you start seeing them do it. You start seeing the Browns kind of do it. So you got to start incorporate that through the draft because that's the thing I feel that the Bills are running into is you got a lot of veterans, but those veterans got to get paid. You're going to start having all these big contracts and can't really fill other key needs on your team when you in a situation like they are. So I think that this is going to be really their best crack at it for this current group because I don't think this current group is to stay together if they don't win this game. But as far as
I think you gotta mix them up. And
yeah,
if they lose, you gotta mix that up because
I agree with you. Because last year, to me, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but I thought the Bills had the best roster in football last year, but it didn't show. They butt handed to them against the Bengals at home last year in the divisional round. So I'm with you. It's gonna have to. This is really a must. As much as we talk about Baltimore was in a must win yesterday, they're really in a must win today because they can't afford to lose another playoff game in the division.
Not at home either.
Yeah, at home.
Not at home. I'm firing everybody.
Yes, you had this number 2 seed 2 years in a row. Like you've had the doorstep to the championship game 2 years in a row and couldn't get there. So they got to do it this year. I'm with you. But my keys for the Bills today, one of them's going to be you got to get to Pat Mahomes. You got to get the Chiefs, as crazy as it's so crazy to say this, the Chiefs' offensive line is average this year. They got solid play with Joe Dooley.
Were they really good last year?
Huh?
Were they really good last year?
They were better last year. They just, to me, the tackles are worse than it was last year. They don't have good tackles this year.
Didn't they sign somebody because the line was?
They signed Jawan Taylor. He has been awful. If it's another guy on the team that they promoted, he hasn't really been productive for him either. So the Mahomes been getting pressured a lot more than he has in previous years. So tonight will be the night for Von Miller, Greg Rosen, and Oliver. Those boys will go crazy against Patrick Mahomes. This is the time for them to do it. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna have to do it now. If that's gonna be their way to winning this game against Kansas City, because if you can keep them off the field, that's the number one thing. The other thing gonna be, as I said on the flip side, you got to keep you want to get Isaiah Pacheco going for the Chiefs. You got to limit him if you're the Bills. You got to make Patrick Mahomes make them receivers beat you. You know that receiving core is terrible. You got to make them beat you. You cannot let him get away with having Jared McKinnon go off or Pacheco go off, because if you give them a chance to have a balanced day at the office, they're going to lose. So you got to make sure you get after him too. You got to put some pressure. And like we said at the end of the Lions and Bucks game, forced him to 3rd and long. And they on the road, and you got your home crowd behind you. You got to make it happen. Okay, my next key I said that they need to have, they cannot, another thing, they're number 2 in the league in 3rd downs a game. They don't give up a lot of, the Chiefs are top 5 and give up 3rd downs. The Bills are actually number 2 in 3rd down conversions throughout the year. You got to make sure to extend them drives. Keep the Chiefs off the field. I don't care if you put a 7-minute touchdown drive together, a 6-minute field goal drive together. Limit that Chiefs offense from getting a chance to click. If you get them off the field, get them off the field. And I say my last note before I turn it over to you would be, you got to keep Josh Allen clean, because I just mentioned about the Chiefs defense being really good. They were number 2 in the league in sacks this year. You cannot let Chris Jones and George Karlaftis and those boys go crazy in this game, or Josh Allen go give you a fumble, gonna give you an interception, and you'll give life to a Chiefs team who are underdogs for the first time on the road. But what do you think about the game?
Man, I don't know, bro. Like, on the Chief point of view, like, I see it as somebody got to step up. Somebody got to step up as far as, like, wide receiver. Kelsey got to have a good game or something, you know, like, he got to step up because, like I said, Patrick Mahomes can't throw it to himself, bro. Like, somebody got to step up. And with the Bills, man, I feel like Josh Allen can't have no turnovers, bro. Like, you got to be chilled on turnovers, too, because he known for it. You feel me? Like, he give you that Brett Favre type vibe sometimes.
Yes.
Like, he gonna test you. He'll gunsling, like, but and the Chiefs came up with, like, back to the Chiefs, like, with their defense, man, you can't let Josh Allen run all over you, bro. That was another thing. Like, last week, bro, they just got away. They weren't tackling and nothing. I'm like, dang. So, but I don't know, bro. Like, I got the Bills winning though. So
I agree with you 100%. I got the Bills winning I got them winning 24-17. I think it's gonna be that type of game. I think the Bills can do enough to win. They won a couple weeks ago at Kansas City. I think they can do enough to win this game. I think the defensive units are both gonna show up. But I think the Bills are going to do just enough to get over that hump and beat the Chiefs. Now, if the Chiefs find a way to win, that'll be huge for that team because I don't think they're even looking at a chance of winning this game. But I think this is the Bills. I think this is the Bills'
You think
opportunity.
the Chiefs think they don't have a chance to win this game?
I don't think that they don't have a chance. I think that they
Patrick
know that
Mahomes?
Say it again.
Patrick Mahomes?
Nah, Mahomes gonna be locked in. I just don't know what the rest of that Chiefs offense. That Chiefs offense scares me in a bad way because I don't know what team's gonna show up. Like you said, Mahomes can throw the ball to himself. This is their weakest group that they've had since Mahomes took over at quarterback. So I don't really. To me, this is the time for the Bills to take advantage of that.
I agree. I agree. I agree with that, but I can't underestimate Patrick Mahomes till I see it done. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna underestimate, but I got like the Bills 35, Chiefs 24, something like that.
That'd be. I can see that too, and honestly, that's something that. And that's another thing that would be intriguing to see is because this Bills team got it. Like we keep saying, the Bills got to get it to an AFC Championship game. Even if you don't go to the Super Bowl, you got to at least crack the AFC Championship game and see what you can do against Lamar Jackson and company. Because if you don't get over that hump, like you said, bro, it would not shock me to see them say, "Hey, man, Stephon Diggs has been traded to such and such for such and such." You got to do something. Like you said, you cannot keep that team together another year if they lose in the divisional playoffs. Because let's be honest, when you look at the rest of the AFC, the Chiefs, they will get it together this offseason. They're going to go probably draft a wide receiver number 1 in the draft, wherever they pick. So they'll get Mahomes a weapon there. The Ravens ain't going nowhere.
Who you see there? Who you think would be a good wide receiver though?
For me, if I'm the Chiefs, it's either gonna be Worthy, this wide receiver out of Texas. He's your next Tyreek Hill type player. Not saying he's gonna be what Tyreek Hill is, but that's that speedster you want in a Chiefs offense, or even one of those, if depending on where Malik Neighbors and other boy from LSU fall, one of them guys could be your guy. Like you got to get you one of those top name wide receivers because
I like the guy from you like Kenyon Coleman.
I love Keon Coleman, but I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be gone. I think the Bengals or the Colts gonna go after him. That's what I think he's gonna go high.
The Bengals?
Yeah,
wide receivers they got.
Because I don't think they're gonna pay T. Higgins. I think they're gonna let T. Higgins walk. They're gonna try to pay Jamar Chase, get him another young receiver, and possibly, revamp their wide receiver core there. Because you want to keep your key guys together, like Burrow and Chase and those dudes. So I think they're gonna go draft a wide receiver and let T. Higgins go make some money in the market. That's what I think is gonna end up happening. Even though I love T. Higgins, I think that's what's probably gonna happen. But but the Chiefs are in a great position because the receiving class is deep. And we know it's going to be a lot of teams going quarterback early, like the Falcons, the Commanders, the Patriots. Those teams all going quarterback. You got some teams going to go offensive line. So you're going to see receivers just fall down the board to those playoff teams. So that's going to be the one thing to pay attention to when we get to the draft. But that's what we have to say about the Bills and Chiefs. But bro, you got anything else you want to hit on before we get up out of here?
Nah, bro, I'm about to go eat. I'm hungry.
Hey, man, I understand. Hey, but everybody that's tuning in, thank you for tuning in to the AFC and NFC Divisional Playoff Edition, the Sunday edition. We appreciate y'all. I have my boy AJ on here, man. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm going to come back, bro. I'm going to look out for you, bro.
Yes, sir. This is the start, man. We're going to definitely be back on here and do it again. Definitely probably going to do it again for the conference championship games. But until next time, this is Nate. It's your boy AJ.
You want to do a recap? Not in a row, but you want to do a recap sometime on this week? We can, bro. Let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch bases on it there for sure. But until the next time, y'all, this has been Nate, my boy AJ. We done talked about the Sunday edition. Good luck to those teams that are remaining. And until next time, y'all have a blessed Sunday. And anything you want to say before we get out? That's it.
You said good luck to them teams. I ain't good luck in Tampa worth of nothing, bro. Forget Florida, bro. I'm out. I ain't got time.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all.